Hey, good morning, Manjunath.
Hello. Hey, I'm sitting in for Auran. He's off today.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Shooter.
Hey, good morning, Miles.
Good day.
Morning, Nicha.
Good morning.
May 1st is not a holiday in US, right?
Not in the US, but I know in many places in the world.
Yeah.
So
For
yeah.
me, it is.
Yeah. Happy holiday. I'm glad you're working. Why are you working?
No, I just thought of attending this call for 30 minutes and then because Joe is also not here today. So
Right. I was just as I was calling in, I was just checking the Slack to make sure. Oh my God. Okay, is this happening today or not?
Morning, Simon.
No, I was just checking to see if the meeting was on or if we decided to cancel due to the holidays.
Hello, everyone.
Let's wait for a minute and then start.
All right. I had she went away with the kids last week. I was like 5, 6 days like this, and then like everything goes downhill. You know, it was like get out of my routine. So yeah, that's nice.
Okay, I think we can go ahead and start. For the announcements, I have just two things that what we discussed last week. Simon, can you please go on mute?
Oh, you got it. Yeah, just in case you lose it.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, the first thing that the announcements mostly what we discussed last week. We'll be having an OPI summit on DPUs and IPUs. The CFP will go live on Monday. So I will there'll be a request to TSC to be part of team that will evaluate the proposals. It's okay if maybe if anybody wants to be part of this team, please let me know. So as and when we get the proposals, this team will also receive, and maybe we can form a like a Excel sheet with all the parameters kind of a thing that we want to decide, and then that we can assign points to each of those categories, and then accordingly we can pick and choose the relevance, the novelty, and all those things.
It seems like a pretty good proposal there, Shooter.
Yeah. So yeah, Paul is here. Kim is here. Good morning. Sorry, we started. Okay. And then the second thing we'll proceed with the joint. I haven't heard any objections from anybody as of now. We'll proceed with the 13th of May from 8 to 11 a.m. Pacific. So please consider participating and sharing your thoughts and opinions on this one. So these are the just announcements based on the last week's meeting. I just summarize whatever the inputs we got on the OPI lab, doubling down on it and these are the points that we have. Do we have any other agenda topic for today? Anybody? Anybody want to discuss or any other additional suggestions on the lab reuse kind of?
No other
Oh.
suggestions on the lab. I just know that I know Intel's been talking to some of our partners about what can go in there.
Mm.
Yeah, so Shooter, my thought on the lab is that we need to, because all the equipment that is in there right now is being used for CI/CD for any builds that are done. Do we need to purchase new equipment in order to host proofs of concept in the lab, or are we going to try and dual use the equipment that we have there?
That's a good question. See, that's from the budget wise, we do have budget. It's a call for the TSC has to make.
Right.
And board will support whatever call the TSC says. TSC says, hey, let's not disturb the existing CI/CD hardware infrastructure. Let's procure additional hardware. Then accordingly, we can initiate the procurement. I think Mircha is also on the call. He can also help us in I think we last week we agreed that there is indeed some rack space for additional hardware. Is it correct?
Yes, that is wrong.
Okay. Rack space exists. We can consider procuring. So when you say hardware now, do we have to buy both the servers and DPUs and IPUs, or integrated one with the server with this DPUs and IPUs?
My understanding is that we'd need servers and DPUs, IPUs. We'd need at least, we would need at least a server per DPU, IPU that we put in there, and the IPU. So that's my belief at this point.
So I guess my feedback is, I guess it depends how busy the CI is and what would be interrupting on the one hand. But on the other hand, I think the POCs, at least initially, might take quite some time to set up.
Yes.
So they're going to be longer standing things. So during that entire long time, the CI couldn't run, for example. And that doesn't sound ideal to me.
Correct.
So I'm both sort of setting out the questions and giving my answers.
So, Mircha, from your experience, if we consider using the existing, we will be interrupting the existing CI, right? And
the thing is, we have, I would say, over 5 servers, and I think the CI is using 1 or 2. I think we have servers, especially we have a server that supports up to 8 GPUs, I think, and that has only 1 DPU in it. We can add more slots, more room. I think we'll be fine, in my opinion. I don't think we need to spend the money.
Okay.
Or maybe I'm not understanding what this project is that we need to make room for.
Okay.
If it just needs 1, 2 servers, 1 DPU, and depends maybe what DPU. Like, for example, if we have 1 Bluefield 3 and we want to use a Bluefield 3, then sure, let's buy 1 more Bluefield 3. But I don't think we need another server. We just need another DPU. But if we are to use a Marvel card, for example, I don't think that's used in any CI, or the Intel one, or Pensando, or whoever. So
Okay.
yeah, it depends what we need. I think we have servers, and maybe if there is some contention over DPU, sure, we can buy another one. Like, we are not using the server where we have the Pensando DPU, for example. Yeah, because we are not using the Pensando DPU.
Okay.
You said even Intel, the server which has Intel DPU is also not used for CI. Did I hear it correctly?
Yeah, there are few DPUs which are not used for CI in few servers. So in my opinion, the setup is not used 100%.
Okay.
There are servers and DPUs that are not used. But again, if we have some contention over the Bluefield 3, sure, let's buy one more Bluefield 3 and that should be fine.
Got it.
Okay, got it. Sorry. So from what I heard, my understanding is we may just have to buy one Bluefield 3 now, and servers are there for us to use for this, any showcasing any use case or doing the demo or running this Kubernetes cluster. We do have servers for that purpose.
Yes, we should have.
Yeah, is 2 DPUs enough for a cluster though? Seems like you'd want at least 3. Maybe even 4, so you could show adding and removing one from the cluster.
Okay, so yeah.
What do you
We
think
can
about
look at
that,
the lab.
Paul?
Yeah, we can look at the diagram in the lab, and we have a Bluefield 2 server. We can replace the Bluefield 2 with a Bluefield 3 or just use a server as is. We have a server for 8 GPUs. I don't think that's used for anything. We have the Intel server probably, so it's 3. We have the Pensando server 4. We have the Marvel server 5 that I don't think they are used.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, like, do we have a list or an audit of what's in the lab today? I mean,
Yeah,
you,
there is
had
a
it listed off. I
ref
didn't know.
picture in the GitHub, and
Okay.
we can point the finger at the picture.
Yeah, I'll just put the link here.
Yeah, thanks. I remember seeing that picture before, and I guess I didn't ask at the time, but I didn't know if it was a
Now
conceptual
that
lab or
picture
the
may
real
lack
lab.
one update. I think we have received one more server since I last updated that picture. So just look at that picture plus one server. So all that empty slots are empty room. We can add more, but again, why? No, just look at the picture, not the table. I'm not sure how well. I know the picture was the one that was properly maintained because that no, the one with the empty space and so on.
This is the one, right?
I don't know, maybe there is some lag. I see a summary of links on my screen. I don't see a picture.
Really?
Oh, now, yes, this one. Exactly, this has all the wiring and spider web and everything. Yeah, so DPU host 1 was as a Pensando one. Okay, that we can use a server. Even if we don't use a DPU, we can use a server. And so on, we can look at them. Yeah, so this is a picture.
Okay. And the one which you have not there, is it below here? I think.
Yeah, it's one towards the bottom that it's installed.
Okay.
It may be that GPU server.
Okay.
We have also an ARM server. One of those, I think it's an ARM server. So we have that one too. Yeah, plus we, I think 24 is used for CI. So 24, I think it is used for CI.
Okay. And so I think we need to do some kind of exercise from the POC team also to
Allocation for the project.
see. Paul, are you convinced we may not need a server, or we can just get the DPU IPUs?
Yeah, I think we can, let's start with that. And we'll see what we can do.
Okay. So Mircha, do you have still have any connects for this the cards, or should we dig up the old codes and see if we have anybody who can provide us?
Have what? Sorry, I missed.
The vendors to provide these cards now. The blue, basically only the Bluefield 3, I think, yeah. Or maybe we can. Because I think last time when we got Bluefield 3, we didn't get it as a separate card, right? We got it along with the server, if I'm right.
No, we may have got it to the server, and I mean, we can look at the diagram, see if it's in there and where it's placed.
Okay, I will try. If I don't find, I may trouble you if you know any vendor to get this card. Okay.
Yes, Reader, we just we ordered them from CDW is where we get ours.
Ah, okay. So I will try first, Paul. If we already have bought with some, we can try to reach out, or I will ask you for your help on that.
Okay.
So Miles, please go ahead.
Yeah, quick question. So once these, you know, kind of solutions are stood up for viewing and for demoing and stuff like that, what is the plan about maintaining them? Like, who is that? Internally, do we maintain that? Do we expect do we expect someone else to maintain it? How do we do, let's say, updates to them, so on and so forth? Is that already?
Ideally, will be to add them to the CI to make sure that we are not breaking them at least.
Okay.
I'm not sure about enhancing them, but at least add them to the CI. So if new things are coming and somebody broke the functionality, at least it fails and people will know, hey, I broke it. So maybe I shouldn't do that change.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. Any other topic?
I don't have.
Anybody?
Nope.
Then I will give you back your 40 minutes. Then I'll continue with my holiday.
All right.
Enjoy your holiday.
Okay, folks. Thanks a lot. See you all next week then.
All right. See you later.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.